Hello YouTube, and hello stream. We are here to continue with the art stream, with some art. We're continuing on the map that I've been making for ages now. We finished almost all the coastlines on the map. There's just one big ass island and a bunch of smaller islands that have to be left. And then we can finally start on the actual geographic details and things of note on this map. I'm very excited for it. So, oh my god. Okay, there we go. The scuff is crazy today, I guess. Although I don't think anything will beat the scuff in that one God of War stream. I mean, just any of the God of War streams. Any of my PS2 streams are just going to be scuffed because they're going to be entirely dependent on the PlayStation 4 not shutting down. Yeah, no, the last God of War stream was really hectic. But we here. Turn up the brightness on this. Alright, so yesterday, what we did... So for the past several months, I've been working my way through this part of, the map and all these coastlines and such, up to around this area. Yesterday, we started around here, and we did all of this, and this part here, and this, and this. So, through the power of Yap and pure either disassociation or concentration, we managed to... Can I? Just stop the music there. Through the power of concentration, yapping, and disassociation, which I think two of those cancel each other out, we were able to get most of it done, at least the coastlines. So now I'm going to start off with this area here, and then we can actually start laying down the mountains and the hills and the rivers. I'm so excited. And then the forest. I don't think we're going to get to finishing all of those things. I think that's going to be something for another day. That's fine. What's it called? Yeah, and the way that I do it, I don't know if this is how most people do it or if this is just me. Let's up the roughness. But the way that I like to do it is, I can't redo. Damn. The way that I like to do it is to have the actual landmarks down already and done before I actually start with any coloring, especially because with Wonder Draft, if you use the colorless assets, you can, whenever you color the ground below, it will color those assets. So it ends up making it really easy to just color everything. But yeah, so that's why I like doing that. I remember when I found out, God, this program, I've had it for the past, how many years? It's been 1 week since, no, it's been since, oh my God, I got a first year university. Pretty sure it was first year university. Yeah, it was either first year university or summer after first year of university. So it's 2019 for sure. It was for sure the second, at least in the second half or later of university. So 2019. It was definitely 2019. Okay, I don't know why I'm making it so difficult for myself. I figured out the year. I don't know why I'm just like, oh, university. 2019. So that's, oh my god, it's been 6 years. I mean, I've been getting better, so that's great. But holy shit, I can't believe it's already been that long. There were tutorials, but like this program wasn't all that like big, or like it's a very niche, like, you know, like topic. They're like, oh, are there any like cartography like programs you know of? Like, and even then, this is like, yeah, it's cartography because you're making maps, but it's also not like real cartography. Not in the sense that you're not putting in work, but in the sense that it's like you're not surveying an actual landmass. This is all fantasy shit. Like, this is all fake. If I wanted to make a real map, that would take so long. I would either have to rely on assets made by other people that took a long time to make, or, and are probably expensive because of that, or I would need to, what's it called? What do I need to do? Oh no, probably, and I would need to figure out how to use all these other, and I would also need to go throughout like the a real life location and like survey it, you know? Which that would also be time consuming and expensive, and also not really worth my time if I don't want to do that as like a career or a job. I mean, how profitable is the cartography scene right now? Not very. So yeah, so it's not real cartography is what I'm saying. But no, and because it's so like niche and there's not that many tutorials for it, which means that I had to kind of learn this all myself through trial and error. There was, okay, so here you might be thinking, because I'm gonna explain a tool that's available on this program. So I have this overlaid map, right? And this map is a map that I've made before, meaning that all of this I've already done before. Now you may ask yourself, hey, so why are you doing this again? Like, yeah, I could understand maybe doing all the borders and stuff like that, because like you said you didn't like them, how they were done before, how you did them before. But like, why not, like, why do you have to restart the landscape and like the painting and all that stuff? There's no lore reason for this. I used to have a laptop, keyword used to, and it died, and that's where all of my shit was. And so when it died, and that's where a lot of my stuff was. So yeah, that kind of sucked. So now this is how it's going. I don't like that at all. So that's why I kind of have to like restart. I think I managed to save like 1 or 2 maps, but not all of them. So yeah, that's a flaw that I have. Oh yeah, so that's why I'm restarting. But one of the things that I used to do without knowing how to actually work this program is Villainous Streamer. Thank you, Webtoon. What's it called? Is there's an ability to, I mentioned it last stream. There's a tool here, create detail map. You can see it right there. That allows you to zoom in on an area, and then it makes a new file with that area that you zoomed in, that you selected. That's the entire map. So you're able to make a detailed area of a spot on your map, right? So but before I knew that, I was tracing. I would get like I'm doing now. I would get the exported picture of my map, of the old map, the larger one, overlay it onto another blank file, and then just start tracing. And so, yeah, really, really fun stuff. I feel like learning something by yourself feels super daunting while also feeling super, like, not overwhelming at the same time. Because, like, it doesn't, like, I don't know. I feel like if I'm learning something myself, I'm not, like, I don't have any timelines. I don't have any deadlines. I don't have to rush through things. I'll literally do what because you don't know what you don't know. You just do until you figure out the ways that you can do it better, you know? Like today, I was playing around with Scribus, a really good program for like desktop publishing. But I watched a couple of tutorials, but like that's about it. Most of it has been self-taught to me. Today I figured out how to do some other stuff, and I'm like, oh man, that's great. Let's erase some of these. This does look... It's pretty decent. Getting pinged on Discord somewhere. Huh? Oh, damn. Just give me one moment. Okay, we're back. I had to take care of something. Over here. There we go. Hello? Oh. God, sometimes with my tablet, there's this weird thing where sometimes because, you know when you update something and it clears all of your settings, and so it ends up being that like after the update you have to go through and it's just like, did I fuck everything up? Do I have to reinstate everything? Like it's a whole thing. That happened to me once with this tablet. Like I guess like the software that connects to like the computer like had an update or something like that, and so it ended up being that I needed to like the pen and like the tablet wouldn't detect any like it would detect the movement, but it wouldn't detect the actual like placing of anything. Like the reason like, I'm holding this down the entire time. The reason it's not placing entirely is because of the tool that I'm using. I'm using terrain raise. If I wanted to just get a straight line, I could just do this. So it's not that it's just like, oh, I'm just dealing with that constantly. No, it's the tool. That I understand. The only thing is that I would even show up with like, hey, what's going on? And just nothing was happening. So that was a pain. I forgot how I figured it out. I might have just reset everything. And like, it's like, whatever. Just rebind the keys. And that's it. But like, it was a thing where I'm like, I just wanted to get a couple minutes of like drawing in. And then like, oh, actually, fuck you. I'm like, so I reset the keys, and then I'm like, okay, well, now I have to go do my thing anyway. So I got nothing done that day, but that's fine. It is what it is. Oh my god, and I keep using this wrong goddamn tool. I like the idea of this nation being particularly islandy, like having a bunch of islands around, because it would be cool to have it be that, like, because this whole thing is that this island, the Reach, right? Multiple kingdoms. Talked about it a bit at the end of the last stream. I like the idea of having it be that it's a very secretive nation, right? Not in the sense that like they refuse to tell people about what's going on in their lives or anything like that, or like what's going on in the country. You know, the thing is that they really cherish their culture and what's going on at home, and they have seen what's going on in the continent. There's been a lot of war, a lot of strife. Not that they haven't dealt with war and strife before, but like the mainland continent has dealt with a lot of shit. And so they're kind of like, you know what, we'll just like kind of like stay in our own lane. It's like the idea that I have in my mind for them. Only very recently in the relative history of this world did they actually start reaching out to other nations, right? And so I don't know, I like the idea of like this visual, like if you were to sail from like over here, just anywhere, right? And you show up to their shores, you end up getting like, you're not only greeted with a bunch of like scattered islands around, right? Which already is like kind of cool. But also I like the idea of there being like these like massive tall pillars that like will shoot up everywhere, and just because of like the temperature, humidity, and like the structure of this stuff, there's like a lot of like thick fog that surrounds it, and so it ends up being like, oh, you see all these islands and stuff like that, but not many people live there. And then you see like these pillars and all this fog that hides what's actually like the actual shores of that nation. And I think that's like such a cool idea. So by adding in a bunch of more islands, you do two things. One, you represent all of that stuff going on of like the pillars. You show that on the actual map. And two, you find a way to make yourself feel better because you didn't intend to put that many islands in the first place. But now you've done it, so it's there. We play fast and loose here, you know? Just trying to... Oops, I fucked up. Well, now there's a lore reason for it. That's usually how it goes for D&D. Oh. Another message. Have fun at the con. Oh, okay. So it's September, right? Which I feel like everyone's kind of in denial of it being September because I feel like most years in September we would already be like, it's fall, it's autumn. I mean, the weather's here is in denial that it's autumn because we've had some pretty warm days recently. Nothing bad, obviously. But like, I don't know, we've had some like pretty intense heat like not intense heat. I don't know what I'm talking about. We've had warm days. It's been warm. It's warm. It's warm. And but that's usually not the case. I mean, okay, I lied. I'm lying a lot today. I feel like in September, there's always like the last week of August and the first half of or maybe even the first week. The last week of August and the first week of September, although often I feel like it's the last week of August and the first half of the first week of September, are like cold. It's frigid. Like, I don't know why, right? Weather. But then you have like a week and a half that is just in September. Like the following week is just like, hey man, it's gonna be hot as hell, right? I feel like that's a really common occurrence, right? But I feel like today's the 18th. We're like past the halfway point of September. I feel like it should be getting colder now. Now, I'm not complaining because I'm still wearing shorts and t-shirts and button up, so I'm like, I'm doing good. I'm enjoying the weather. Like, I'm still wearing my gym clothes. I'm just wearing a t-shirt, but I got like shorts on also. But like, it's been nice weather, is what I'm saying. And I'm not complaining about it, but I feel like everyone's in denial about it. I hear so often people going like, oh man, like, summer's coming to an end. But is it though? Everyone's still planning like barbecues and stuff. Or not, maybe not barbecues, but I'm hearing a lot of people take advantage of this weather and like going out, which is great. That's phenomenal. People should do that. I've been seeing a lot of people driving really nice, like old cars that are not meant for the winter recently, like really, like frequently now, because they're taking advantage of the last really nice weather, right? To take out the cars. Like I saw a Cadillac driving down the street the other day, like the low riding ones, like really shiny. Like that thing is kept up. Is maintained really, really well. But I feel like we should, like, we are usually already in a state of like, ooh, it's autumn, bundle up, like sweater weather, right? Or maybe even, and this is what I'm trying to lean into after this whole fucking spiel, Halloween. October is not that far away. And so I want to do a couple of things here on stream. One, I think the next game I'm going to stream, so once I finish this map, which I'm not sure if I'll finish it. I want to finish it on stream because that'd be nice. But like, I need to have it done by Friday next week. Meaning that I have 8 days. Even then I can't know. I need to have it done in 7 because like I need this printed, you know? Yeah. So I got a week to do this. And with work and just my other stuff that I'm working on, I can't just dedicate my entire time to this. And also I'm only streaming thrice a week. That's a $5 word, thrice. It's only one syllable, but whatever. And so with that, like, I mean, if I'm doing like 3-hour streams 3 more times, that's 9 hours. I mean, yesterday we streamed for what, 2.5, 3 hours, something like that, and we got like all that stuff done. Yeah, that doesn't include the coloring or the landscape ideas, but like it doesn't take as long as you think it does to do that stuff. Yeah. And so let's add some rocks here on the outside. What am I doing, bro? Let's add the pebbles on this side and then make it like a little rockier here, like more blotchy. Yo, we blotching it up in here, bro. What am I saying? But on stream, what I want to do, I keep getting so carried away. I feel like a madman. What I want to do is, whenever this map gets done, the next thing I will, whether I finish it on stream or off stream, whenever I finish it, the next thing I'm going to stream after that is going to be Hades. And I think that would be really, really fun, because I got some friends that want to watch it. And listen, I've tried to get into it twice, and it's a fun game. Don't get me wrong. I've played a Hades clone that has lewd anime vampire girls as the protagonist. Ignore that part. But I really liked it. But it's a very dumbed down version of Hades, right? So in theory, I should really like Hades. I don't know why it's just not grabbing me. I don't know what it is. The art style is beautiful. The game mechanics are great. The character design is amazing. I feel like with the stories, I'm just kind of like meh about it. I feel like with roguelites, I'm not really big on the story. Like even with the game that I'm playing on my free time right now, like off stream, is Returnal, and that has a story. But like, I don't know. I fuck with the vibe more than the story in roguelites, because I don't know. It's just, I play roguelites the same way. When I go into a roguelite, I have the same mentality as I do any Michael Bay Transformers movie, which is, yo, I'm gonna see some shit blow up and have some fun, and that's it. That's all I'm thinking about, bro. Like, the Transformers movies are abysmal. Their story is terrible. But, like, I'm not mad about it, because who's going to a Transformers movie to go, oh man, let me dissect this. Does this have a good analysis of anti-colonialist rhetoric? Or maybe, what about Marx? What would Marx say about this? And so, like, no, it's a Transformers movie. Now, I'm not saying that Hades is by any means on the same level as fucking Michael Bay's Transformers movies, because that would be an insult to Hades. Hades is a great game, and it has a story. It actually has something to say. It has a message. I just don't really care for it, you know? Oh, another message. Not really hungry. Thanks, though. Oh, yeah. Mom asking me about food. Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know what, it just wasn't grabbing me the first time that I played, I tried once when I used to pay for Game Pass, because honestly, as a consumer, Game Pass is a phenomenal. It is a consumer friendly. It is an option for consumers who don't want to spend a lot of money. Because I mean, $20 a month and you get access to a fuck ton of games. That, like, I mean, if you have the time to game, you can play so many games with it, right? I don't want to say it's consumer friendly, because like, if you stop paying those $20, you don't have those games anymore. And also, for me, the reason I stopped paying for it is because I was paying $20 a month, and like, there was one point where I just stopped playing games. Like, I didn't have the time for it, you know? So, like, I would effectively be every 4 months I would buy a brand new game effectively, like in terms of like the pricing. It would be the same as if every 4 months I would buy a brand new game and not play it. So I was just like, no, fuck it. I'm gonna cancel it. It's not worth it. But when I did pay for Game Pass, I played some Hades. And I just wasn't clicking, you know? Like when Charlie Kelly ran into the bar and he's like, my mom has lung cancer or whatever she had. And Dennis is just like, oh man, it's terrible. Oh. And he's like, it's not clicking, you know? God, I love that show. But yeah, it's just like, I don't know. I feel like everyone was raving about it because I think Hades came out onto Game Pass day one. Meaning that I was playing it when the hype was big. I could be wrong on that, but it came out, if it wasn't on day one, it was really shortly after that, right? So, I don't know. It was like, I don't know. It just wasn't clicking for me. And then I got on sale on Steam like a couple months ago. This was back. Yeah, when I played it, it was when I last played it, which was a couple of years ago now. I don't remember how many years ago Hades came out in. It must have been like a COVID game, right? Pretty sure it was a COVID game. But it was a couple of years ago now. So there's that. And then a couple months ago I saw it on sale and I'm like, on Steam this time. Like now I could check Steam sales because at that point I didn't have a rig, right? But now I'm like, oh, I can play games now. It's pretty beefy ones also. It's a nice rig. That's all I'm gonna say. Although Hades isn't like a heavy game, so I don't know why I would even need that big of a rig. I just, like, prior to that, like, I only built my rig once my laptop died. So, and my laptop surely could not handle it. I mean, it died for a reason, right? Couldn't even handle, like, word processing. What's it called? I got it. Played it a little bit. Once again, just wasn't, like, clicking on that much. Granted, at that time, I had just finished playing the Hades clone with the anime vampire girls, and I had just finished running through that, and like I spent like 10-12 hours on it. So maybe I was just like, I'm just kind of burnt out on this specific type of game because it's a Hades clone, you know. But like, I don't know, I want to play it. I want to play that because holy shit, this conversation started with me talking about October. The next thing I'm going to play, that I'm going to stream, is Hades. After that, because Hades I don't think is a short game. I don't think it's a long game. Either way, I'm not going for like the full 100%, so I'm not making it a long game. Unless I'm like really bad at it, which could be a possibility. I am bad at games, so. But after that, because it's October, bringing it back to the original point of the conversation, the original plot of the movie, I want to play some spooky games. And I'm thinking Alien Isolation would be the first one because I love the Alien franchise. I really do. I think it's a great franchise. They've had a lot of misses, but honestly, I'm a big fan. It's a really cool Lovecraftian cosmic horror. I don't know. I fuck heavy with that, right? What's it called? Oh, I missed all these islands here. But yeah, I want to do that, and if I mean, I don't really know how long that game is. I don't think it's supposed to be too long. Like, it's not RPG length, I know that for sure. But like the what's it called? I want to play that, and hopefully I'll have some more time to play another game in October. I don't know what that would be, but I would like it to be another like horror game. We'll see. Oh wait, no. But in October, Dispatch comes out, and I want to play that. So yeah. So that's something I'll be playing. I'll be playing in October. I'll be playing Dispatch and Alien Isolation. So yeah, that's a pretty good lineup. Pretty good variety. I told Apollo that that I wanted to pre-order Dispatch when pre-orders were available, and his response was, "Wow, I didn't know you were the devil." Pre-ordering games is terrible. I don't recommend anyone do it. I do think it is like, especially for like those AAA studios, like it is just it is a net negative for the industry, for consumers, for people to pre-order games from AAA studios, right, and publishers. But like the last time I pre-ordered a game was Assassin's Creed Origins, and if I'm getting my timelines correct, so I pre-ordered Assassin's Creed Origins, and then Assassin's Creed Origins came out, right? However, before that, I'm pretty sure I'm getting my timelines correct. Before that, I pre-ordered Watch Dogs Legion. I know, but I did. And then it got delayed, like indefinitely, after the pre-orders were open. So they like closed them, but they're like, yeah, no, we're not like automatically refunding you. And so I'm like, okay, I'll wait. And so I pre-ordered Watch Dogs Legion, then pre-ordered Assassin's Creed Origins. Assassin's Creed Origin came out, and then I believe Watch Dogs Legion came out. I believe that's how the timing worked out. So technically the last game I pre-ordered was Assassin's Creed Origins, and I do have a little pin up there on my corkboard. I have a corkboard off screen on my wall, and has a bunch of pins on it. I have like the 10-year anniversary. I have the 10-year anniversary pin for Assassin's Creed the series, and I also have the full body pin of Bayek, which that was really cool. That's a pre-order bonus. That stuff is sick. Yeah. But since then I haven't pre-ordered any games. Yeah. No. All the games that I've purchased since then have all been like well after they came out. They've all been on sale in some way. Like I own Elden Ring, and I got it the year it came out, but I got it on Black Friday, so it was like $30 cheaper. I still haven't played it, but I'll get through it one day. Yeah, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I got that on sale. I got the season pass for it when it was on sale. I got Assassin's Creed Valhalla when it was on sale, and I think I used a gift card for it too. And then I got the season pass for it on sale. It's like for the games that I play, like the AAA studio games, I've always gotten them on sale way after they came out. I haven't purchased a game on release in a very, very long time. I know the ones that I've mentioned have all been... What's it called? Whoa, new Jay and Mark video. Oh, that's sick. Good old map, man. Ah, maps. What was I saying? I've lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, I haven't pre-ordered games in a very long time. I haven't purchased games on release in a very long time. I purchased games that aren't on sale on Steam because there's a lot of indie games that are like $12. So I'm like, yeah, why not? I'll take this risk. Even if it's not good, it's like, it's fucking $12, bro. I'm not like, I may be poor. I'm not that poor, clearly. I have enough money to build a rig, but like, to have built a rig, it's not like I can just continuously do it, you know? So I'm doing fine, but like, I can't keep buying AAA games whenever they come out. Although, it also is kind of like a bummer that, oh, wait, hold up. I got a vision. And I think you see it too. Oh, let's go, dude. We got a Beyblade right there. Beyblade Island. Beyblade. That's a thing now. What's it called? Yeah, I can't be buying like AAA games or anything like that. Although, I wish I was into them just because I feel like it would be better for my wallet. Maybe. But if I was into like those like free to play like hero shooters or like extraction shooters or whatever, like Valorant or Overwatch or anything like that. Like I played a bunch of Overwatch in high school, but like I could not care about it. Like I stopped playing before Ash came out. Like that's how long ago it was. And even when they announced like Overwatch 2, which is what a PR stunt that was. A mess of one too. What's it called? I wasn't excited for it because I'm like, I stopped playing like so long ago. It does shock me that people still play that game. Not necessarily because, like, oh, Blizzard is a bad company, which they are. They're terrible. But, like, how do you not get bored, you know? I feel like that's a big thing that, like I just got bored. It's just, like, the same fucking loop every time. And it didn't help that I also main support most of the time. Like, my two big ones were Mercy and Zenyatta. And then every now and then if those two somehow were already picked, I would play Junkrat. That's what I would do. Junkrat was like my damage one. I do remember playing Junkrat in the like free-for-all in the French castle map. And I would be a fucking terrorist there. I would spawn, rush down to the health pack at the bottom of the map, throw the bear trap, and throw a mine there, and then just go on my way. And then I would just be shooting people, right? And because it's such an enclosed space, and the grenades bounce around, it's like, they will go fucking flying, and it's like, people already have a bad time, right? But on top of that, every now and then I would get like the triggered like thing, like an alert on my screen that someone had stepped in the bear trap, and because I had the mine there, I would just detonate it and I would just get a free kill basically because everyone would be rushing there to get a med pack. And like, I don't know, I could also be lucky and get two people because maybe someone's like, oh, I need a med pack, someone just rolled up and they're like in the middle of like a flurry of blows, and I just nuke them both. Horrible. I told this to Apollo once, and he was like, what a horrible person you are to play with. I'm like, I mean, it's free for all. So, you know, you're kind of, I don't know what you expect, you know? But yeah, no, it's just the gameplay loop is not exciting for me. It's just a lot of the same thing. Especially Overwatch back then it didn't have anywhere near as many heroes as now. On top of that, the maps were just kind of meh. And it's just like, here's like 2 or 3 game modes. Even then, the game modes would like, at one point it was really exciting because it was like, this season we're introducing this game mode and it's really fucking cool. And we're like, oh, wow, that's actually awesome. And then it just became a thing. It's like, yeah, and then we're going to introduce that exact same game mode the same month next year. So it's like, oh, okay. Like, I mean, yeah, it's a lot of work to actually just keep introducing new game modes, right? But, like, not even a new map, bro? Like, if you're going to make it a live service game, make it a good service, you know? But, yeah. And on top of that, there's so many sweats, bro. And especially at the time, my skill level was not at a sweats level, meaning that I was getting washed all the time, right? But I would still get like pissed off when like all the sweats would like murk immediately, right? So like, it just wasn't a fun experience. I would just be playing the exact same thing over and over again and keep getting like murked and upset about it. And like, yeah, and so I'm like, what the fuck is the point of continuing to play this? So I just stopped one day. But yeah, that was my horrible experience with Overwatch. Just haven't gone back to it since 2018, maybe early 2018, if not 2017. I don't know. I feel like once there might be some correlation here in the sense of like when I started playing D&D and when I stopped playing Overwatch. Just because I was just spending my time. Yeah, 2017 is when, late 2017 is when I started playing D&D. And very quickly I started running a campaign that only ended last year. Which is 2017 to 2024 is crazy. But you know, we've all been there once, right? Weekly or bi-weekly campaign that goes on for like 7 years? No one. Very few people. Very lucky to have been able to do that, but holy shit did it burn me out. I'm a lot more aware of my mental state. Oh, dogs are going crazy. With regards to my creative endeavors now. Like when it comes to D&D, like if I'm like just not doing too hot that week, I'm like, we're pushing it. We're just skipping this week. Let's just hang out. Because I am an extrovert. I'm the only one in my friend group who is an extrovert. And so if I'm just feeling down, you know what I need to do? Meet up with 50 of my closest friends and do cocaine on a park bench. In game. That was a joke. Yeah, no. So if I'm just not feeling hot, seeing people is great. But yeah. It is kind of shocking that I ended up in an entire group full of introverts. Not that it's a bad thing. Not at all. Especially because these are introverts who like going out and doing stuff. But, like, it's just kind of shocking. You would think that an extrovert would end up finding a group of extroverts also to be friends with, right? Which, I mean, I do. I have extroverted friends, but I feel like most of my friends are introverts. And that could also just be commentary on the society here in the Toronto region. In the greater Toronto area. And how lonely this area is and how difficult it is to make friends in this capitalistic hellscape. And whoa, we're spiraling. Relax. Bring it back. It's a map, please. Whoa, look at the shapes. Pretty shapes. Alright. Vibe reset. We're good now. I feel like the early Joe Santagato podcast, like the Basement Yard, because I don't know if y'all know this, but I was a fan of Joe Santagato way when he was recording videos like in his mom's basement, right? And Really funny. Still to this day, Basement Yards is a phenomenal show. Although, but yeah, I'm not saying that in the sense that it's like I've been following him since then. It's like, no, I stopped watching him for a while, just because I was watching other stuff, not because he stopped being funny. But I do remember when he first started the Basement Yard, it was just him. Like, he would invite guests every now and then, but it wasn't like the Joe Rogan podcast where it's like, oh yeah, it's Joe Rogan, and always a guest. I'm assuming that's how the Joe Rogan podcast goes, because every time I see a clip of it, it's always him with someone else. It's never him just by himself. But at the very beginning of the Basement Yard, I do remember it being just Joe Santagato just talking to himself. And that's kind of what this is. Except, I don't think my accent is nearly as funny as his. I'm walking here. He doesn't have that strong of an accent, but it does come out. It is noticeable. Like, whenever he goes like, what the fuck? Like, he says it weird. He has a weird inflection. Almost on this island, bro. Exciting. Oh. I got this thing recently. It's these tabs. I got it a couple months ago, but I got these tabs for the new DMG, which it's a 2024 DMG. Got this one. Look at the alt cover. It's beautiful. Such a pretty thing. I was originally going, nah, I'm not going to get the DMG. I wasn't going to get any of the 2024 rule books because I just wasn't. Everything that I was seeing about 2024 D&D was not, it wasn't hitting, bro. It was like, it didn't feel good. It just felt like the same thing, but worse, you know? Like, it was like, I was seeing so many people say that, like, every promo that was coming out for 2024 D&D was all like, we made everything so different that it feels new, but it's still exactly the same, so it's still as easy to play still. It's like, is it the same? Is it different? What is it? So I was really not into the idea of playing D&D 2024, like that rule set. And then I saw the book start coming out. The PHP came out, and I'm like, I don't care. Every class getting a subclass at level 3 instead of it being different depending. And most classes in 5e would get it at level 3, but like wizards would get it at level 2, clerics would get it at level 1, sorcerers would get it at level 1, warlocks would get it at level 1. Brian. So like, I don't know, I felt like that gave him more uniqueness to all the classes, but now the new PHP with the new 2024 rules, it's just like, oh yeah, they all get at 3rd level. How does a sorcerer, which gets its magic from its bloodline and heritage, get its subclass at 3rd level? How do you not start the campaign already having it defined as to what your heritage is that gives you your magic? That doesn't make sense to me, bro. And so... So, like, yeah, it's not happy with it. So I skipped on it, right? Then the DMG came out, and I was hearing all the stuff that the DMG had, and I'm like, oh, my friendly local game store had a copy of it, and so I flipped through it, and I went, yes. I really like the 2024 DMG, because the 2014 DMG, while it did give you, it more so gave you like a workshop tools for a DMG, but it didn't teach you how to use them, really. It was just like, hey, here's a bunch of mechanics that we have, and here's like a bunch of locations and stuff like that, but like, that's about it, right? Well, while in this one, like, and I've read the 2014 DMG cover to cover, right? So, like, I know what I'm talking about. With this one, it actually, like, there's, like, a whole section talking about, like, hey, this is how you handle death in D&D games. And, like, you have to, like, I felt like every chapter was telling the DMs, like, hey, work with your players, right? Talk to them. have a dialogue, figure out how to do things. And I really like that. I mean, I've been DMing for such a long time that I've already figured that out, but it's really nice to see that. And on top of that, they have a bunch of cool mechanics. They have like the Bastion mechanic, which I know is not an original thing. People have already homebrewed a bunch of stuff, and I'm pretty sure Matt Colville has a book about like fortresses and like bastions and stuff like that. So it's not original, but I do like the book. The thing that really sold me was that my friend at the local game store had this alt cover available. So I'm like, oh yes, please. It's such a gorgeous book. So yeah, I got that. And then I saw that they also were carrying these things, which are little tabs that you can like, they have a picture of it at the back. I don't know if you can see all that well. Oh, you can see Lex's picture of baby Bill Cipher with big ass shoes that I have on my wall. Hey, Lex! Speaking of which, yeah, I was showing off this little tab I have for the DMG, and you can see on my wall I have the picture of baby Bill Cipher that you made. But yeah. How you doing, Lex? I've been yapping nonstop this whole time for like the past hour. But yeah, I got those tabs because they're really cool organizers, and I feel like whenever I bring books to the table, I'm constantly just flipping through shit or make really bad makeshift bookmarks. And so with those ones, I'm like, oh fuck, they're like $7. Why not? I actually don't remember how much they were, but they were like cheap as hell, so. I'm good. My stepdad had a crash out about K-pop. What the fuck does that mean, yo? Your stepdad is 2 for 2 on stream crash outs. That's crazy. What happened this time? I feel like there's some valid reasons to crash out about K-pop. It's a very poisonous industry. However, I assume that that's not what he's mad about. Yeah, whenever I ran battle, I would tab my monsters. Oh, yes, for D&D. Yeah. I mean, when I use... when I run battle, I will usually just rely on D&D Beyond to not clutter up my actual space at the table. But if I don't own the monster on D&D Beyond, which now it's getting more and more so that I don't own the things on there, I'll bring out the book and look at the stat block that way and just track everything else on the actual website. Now he just thinks K-pop is not for masculine men and how it's all the same to him. Damn, that's rough. I mean, if it's not your vibe, it's not your vibe. Just leave it at that. It's like, it's not for masculine men. I mean, there's some pretty masculine men's? There's some pretty masculine men in K-pop. And I was like, I think it sounds the same because he doesn't speak Korean. Yeah, there's also that. And then he crashed out. That's so funny. Yeah, the language barrier definitely makes it all sound very samey. I will say, though, the K-pop industry does play it safe a lot of the time. And so there are some groups that they kind of like, they'll go a while all like sounding the same. They're just like, oh, this is the thing that everyone likes. So for this time, until something changes, they're going to sound like this. But I'm sure your dad does not have that nuance when it comes to K-pop. Let's get rid of some of these. It's too much. Too much, bro. Too much. And then he crashed out. You had your weird, like, break today with classes, right? Yeah, I wasn't even saying he should listen to K-pop. I was just pointing out that it's very pop-inspired. So, like, of course he doesn't like it. It's pop, and also he kind of hates how pretty the men are in K-pop bands. I think he's jealous, gotta be honest. I mean, maybe. There's a lot of pretty dudes in K-pop. What? Press the button I didn't want to press. No classes today. The break's tomorrow. Oh, right. Oh, so today you had the day off. What'd you do then? Just listen to K-pop? Piss off your stepdad? Oh, you know what we could do? Unless you're like busy on Thursdays, but like I go to the library a bunch on Thursdays, so we could just like hang out at the library and just like, was it the parallel play of just like doing work next to each other? Went to the dentist, hell yeah. I canceled the dentist appointment the other day. And I need to reinstate it. Whenever I get around to it. We did it! Yay! The coastlines are done. Big save on that. Alright. Now we can finally move on to the actual geographic landmarks. So it could help a lot. I've been weird about my creative writing class, so it might just help just to have you there next to me. Fuck yeah, good job. Thank you. Yeah, no, I'm super down, dude. Well, do I have the assets enabled? Seems like I do. Have those mountains. It's these ones. Make them big as fuck. Is it these ones? Yes, it is. Sick. Thought I did not have the right asset, but I do. Great asset. Great asset. Okay. So I'll start plotting this out. Put the big ends in the middle. Like that. Here's the thing about the K-pop crash out was because I was talking to my mom because she watched K-pop Demon Hunters and how much she loves the movie. I think you got mad. We both liked the movie. That's wild. There we go. Now let's shrink. Start putting down the smaller ones. With this step, you can kind of afford to be like kind of silly with it. I don't know if silly is the right word, but it's kind of like you can place it around wherever because the way these assets are made and also with how this program is made is that there's going to be a lot of like overlapping things. Ooh. There we go. I don't like that big one. And so if there's something that's like a little bit out of place, I mean, you can delete it like I just did then, but it's also like you can cover it up later with a bit more details. Like this one that goes off to the left there, I keeps popping up. It's kind of like, bro, please. I love mountains. They're great. I do love mountain terrain. I do have intentions to, at one point in the campaign, take you guys to a mountainous region. No, not those ones. It's real cool that the mountains vary in shape, more accurate that way. Yeah. Oh, that is because of this asset. Someone had to go in and draw all of those individually. I mean, it's just like a handful of them. I think there's like 7 or 8 of them, something like that. But because they get loaded into this program and they shuffle and cycle through the actual mountains, it makes everything a lot more natural. Like, say you got like the big ones and the small ones. Yeah. Right now, it doesn't look great, especially when you take off the overlay. But trust the process. You'll see what I put in all like the hills and stuff, and like it looks good. Fuck yeah, I love mountains. Yeah, bro. So we're gonna put these tiny mountains around here. And that's gonna be the last of the mountains before we start putting on the hills. And the hills we're gonna make them dense, bro. We're gonna put so many hills here, bro. Oh yeah, and then sometimes I get into like in between, because like in between these giant peaks, there's also these smaller ones, you know. Do you have a Badlands area? I do. It's over here. It used to be called the Caravorn Waste. It's not that anymore. Now it's just referred to as like the Badlands. And over here is a bunch of mountains and stuff. And off screen, there's the Spire onto Heaven. Or, yeah, the Spire onto Heaven. Which is just a giant fucking monolith of a mountain that goes way past the clouds. And weird shit happens there. This is where the tier wall is that Dresna built to fight the Tree Walker. So no one really goes east of there because you'll die, because it's a bunch of like evil nature shit over here, as well as like roaming bands of warriors. Over here, they don't have a wall like that, but it does get a bit more dangerous. Past this river is kind of like, it's bad shit. Like, all this stuff in the center, it's bad news. Bad news. But then over here, that's the start of another peninsula that has, like, that is similar to Venea in the sense that it has, like, actual civilizations here. So, yeah. The Badlands are cool. I mean, I haven't done anything for them, so I just know that there will be Badlands, but beyond that, I don't have anything planned for them. The idea is that they will be cool. How? Not sure. I have some things like bumping them around in my brain. Big idea. Crow's mom is from there. Crow, I'm an adventurer through nepotism. Okay, so ooh, that could actually be really interesting because, okay, in this world, orcs are not everywhere, but you can find them in a lot of places, right? The 2 biggest hotspots for orcs are going to be on these islands over here that are barely shown on this map. And over there, the ancestries that are most present are humans, elves, orcs, and any like aquatic race, right? Because I'm that those chain of islands are like heavily inspired by like Maori culture and like Pacific Islander culture. So it's a lot of like the sea, bro. A lot of sailing and such, and like the straw and wooden boats that they would have that would take them fucking everywhere, right? Um, Over there, there's orcs, right? And they are just part of the culture. They are part of the people, whatever, right? Um, Over here, though, there's also orcs, but these orcs have nothing to do with the ones on the islands. They're literally not connected in any way aside from like ancestry. Um, but these ones are more like the Tolkien orcs of like meat's back on the menu, boys. Like they're the ones that are there for like fighting. Like I have minis that if I ever throw you guys in there, I could use for them. Just give me one moment. Yeah. Just chatting so you can see better. You might not be able to see all that well because they're just primed black and that's it. But like they're like far more like savage and violent and all like jagged and such. Like it's these dudes. And then this one's my personal favorite. This guy who's like riding like a big ass like warg or something. It's so cool. I know you can't really see much because it's what's it called? They're all just primed black. Fuck yeah, I had the idea that Crow's mom to be very gruff in that stereotypical barbarian way, so that works really well. Okay, sick. Love Tolkien-esque orcs. Holy shit. Yeah, no, these are cool as fuck. So, I mean, if you're thinking that for Crow, that actually works really well. If she's from the Badlands and the orc warbands over there. If you do that, it'll finally give me an excuse to actually paint those minis. Makes more sense now why she named him Crowbar. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That does make a lot of sense. Oh, bro, I'm so sorry. After the gym, I did chest today, so like my arms and my chest are just like fucked. Alright. Oh, hello. Go away. Smaller mountains. I don't know, I'm excited for this campaign. I really hope that D&D gets me back into reading fantasy or just reading in general. Right now, the book that I'm halfway through is fantasy. It's the second Dritz book. So like things that I haven't touched in weeks. I really want to keep reading it. I want to at least finish the first trilogy, the Dark Elf trilogy, this year. That would be nice. Always assume you're reading? No, I have like... Do more sketches, I don't know. I have so many ideas for Crow, they've been circling for months. No, for reading, no. Not all the time. I have like these two modes. I have either creating or consuming. And I kind of like go back and forth between the two because like there's times where all I'm doing is watching movies, watching TV, playing games, reading books. It's like there's times where I'm just consuming media and seeing what other people make. And then it gets to a point where I'm just like, no, I gotta make something of my own. And that's in the point that I'm at. Like I'm working on my own like written projects. I'm working on this. What's it called? I'm streaming. Like I'm doing a bunch of stuff that and then this is all hills. Okay. I'm working on a bunch of stuff now that is just creative. Like I'm producing stuff. So when, I don't know why, but when I get into that mode, I can't really consume anything else aside from like YouTube videos or podcasts. Like with books, it's like I have to sit down, I have to read it, right? Which is super peaceful. It's so nice for my brain. Whenever I'm in a consuming mood, I'll get up, not leave my bed, and I'll stay just in bed for an hour just reading. And so my first hour of the day is just reading, and then my last hour of the day is also just reading. And so like my brain is at peace during the first and the last hour of the day because I'm just reading my book. I'm in the dark. I got a nice little light going on. So like it's all nice and chill and super like helps me decompress and get ready, right? But like when I'm creating stuff, I'm creating until like the last moment. And so like I'm not reading it. Like by the time I get into bed, I'm like, I'm fucking tired, bro. I'm just going to sleep. Glad you're getting into creative mode. Thank you. I am also very happy about that. Big mountains here. Okay, too big. If I lock in on art, there's very little that can pull me away. Yeah. Which is, I mean, that's like the flow state, right? Which is, it's like, it's so hard to like replicate that. Or at least for me, honestly. It's like, there's sometimes where it strikes me and I'm like, whenever it does, I'm like, I need to do something with it. Because if I don't, it'll like fly away, right? But no, I don't know if I've hit a flow state, but I am in a mood that's just like, just make shit, bro. Which is great. It only strikes at night, which is a problem. It's like if I try while the sun is watching me, it's a whole thing. Dude, I get you. If I was left entirely to my own devices and the world did not, and like my opportunities were not hindered because of the day-night cycle, I would probably go to sleep at like 3 in the morning and then wake up at like noon the next day, and that would be my regular sleeping pattern, and I would just do all of my shit probably at night. Not all of it, but like I would get a lot done at night. Although I do very much like going out while the sun is around. Like I love leaving the house either in the morning or around noon because it's just like the sun is high in the sky. Like I don't know, it feels really nice to do that. I think there's any more mountains here. I think after that it's all hills. Yeah. Hill time. I believe it's this one. Yes. These ones get placed really fast. Like, they like populate super quick. Love hills. Yeah. All right. There'd just be hills all over the place. Not all over the place, but yeah, a decent amount. Closer to the mountains you go, the more there are. I always have like in order to how I put stuff on a map. First, I gotta make the coastlines, I gotta make sure they're good, and then I gotta put down the mountains and any mountain-esque terrain, so that would be hills also, and then I put in bodies of water like rivers and lakes and such, and then I put in trees, and at the very end I put in color. And then I put in all like the text and such. Think about it. Hills are a backbone of our society. Are they? I don't know about that one, Chief. There's some famously flat places. We live in a very flat place, dude. Like when we came back from Alberta, and we just, I mean, we were in Alberta. It's flat as hell. Yeah, we went to Banff and that was like mountainous as fuck. But like, we flew back. We're just like, goddamn. It's just fields. Mongolia is a very flat place. Tibet, although it's very high up, I'm pretty sure it's a very flat place, considering it's mostly on a plateau. Miss Alberta, low-key, how did anyone get anywhere in the old days? I'd get depressed seeing how flat it is if I was on a horse-pulled cart or something. I mean, yeah, but you also didn't have to worry about, like, capitalism or anything like that. You were just vibing with your homies. Especially here, if you're in the prairies, like, in the good old days, the olden days, you would just be you and a bunch of your other Siksika homies hunting buffalo, like, and coming home, hanging out with your family and your friends, sing songs around the campfire, do it again tomorrow. Not do it again tomorrow, but like, you're just living the life, bro. Like, I feel like that's how they got out of the depression, because they're like, yeah, it's all flat as fuck, but like, we're having a good ass time out here. And then the Fire Nation attacked. Hills, hills, hills. Be sick to travel with the gang just vibing. Yeah. I do want to travel more with you guys. I love me some traveling. The hills are alive with music. Is that from Sound of Music? Because I've never seen it. I just know there's Nazis in that movie. I want to go to China real bad. It's so big and so old. It is both of those things. The thing is that, like, China's really fucking big. So it ends up being that, like, I don't know. I feel like it's got the same thing that Canada does, where, like, if you really want to appreciate a lot of, like, the majority of the country, you have to be, like, you gotta really appreciate some of, like, just pure natural, like, geography, you know? Like, in Canada, like, most tourism that you do is just, like, it's for you to, like, appreciate nature, right? Which I think is great, but, like, not everyone does that. Like, there's plenty of people that come to Canada and they're just like, let's hit up the big cities and that's it. And they still leave kind of disappointed because we don't really have big cities, right? And, like, China has big cities, obviously. But, like, it's such a big place that, like, you gotta really appreciate just natural geographic locations. Once, like, there's, like, a map out there that has, like... Oh, you've also never seen Sound of Music? There's, like, a map out there that, like, shows the population of China. But it's, like, if this is, like, the East Coast and this is, like, the inland, you would have the line goes this way, I believe. And, like, if you cut that line just diagonally, pretty close to the East Coast, you end up getting, like, I think it's like 90% of the population lives towards the east of it, so towards the coast in China, and, like, the other 10% lives in, I could be getting the percentages off, maybe it's something like 70-30 or some shit like that, but it's a huge percentage of the people that live near the East Coast rather than in the interior. Like, obviously people still live in there, but, like, it's such a big fucking country and no one lives there. Then it's just like, oh, let me go see this place. There's nothing here but wilderness. So if that's your cup of tea, absolutely go for it. But, like, I feel like most people, it's not their cup of tea, you know? Off topic, one of my classmates, Jovan, he apparently did drugs for the first time early this year, and he was talking about the craziest shit I've ever heard. What? What happened? He took this thing that was, like, guided by a shaman that made him trip and also puke all over the place. Was he taking ayahuasca? Like, in Peru? Hello? Although, I'm pretty sure ayahuasca is not meant to make you puke. Although, maybe if you have a really bad time, or you have, like, a reaction to it. Something involving pines. It was ayahuasca? Was he in Peru? He was in Peru? Holy shit. That's crazy. That's like a cultural thing. That's not like drugs. Like, I mean, it is a drug, but, like, it's a cultural thing. See, it's coming together now, eh? You're seeing the vision. It still doesn't fully look all the best until the color comes in. Art is such a trust the process endeavor. But yeah, that's so funny that took fucking ayahuasca with like a shaman and, like, ended up puking. He went through, like, a bunch of stuff with a shaman. I see the vision. Thank you. I'm glad. But no, that's crazy. I see videos of people that did it. Like, years ago, Vsauce Michael, he used to have a show called Minefield that was like a YouTube exclusive back when YouTube had that. And back when it was called YouTube Red, not YouTube Premium. But in one of the episodes, he went to Peru and he took ayahuasca, and like he had like the whole experience documented, and like he had like a crew that was like filming him, and like it was like crazy because he was just like, it was such a like an intense experience, but it wasn't like bad or anything, but it was just so like mind altering and opening. It's just like wild. I was asking him if he was starting drugs. Why start with that? He told me that weed was too boring. That's a crazy first thing. It's like, oh, what was the first one you did? Oh, I did ayahuasca with a shaman in Peru. Hello? Yeah, YouTube Red. That was crazy. No, that wasn't crazy. That was just the name back then. Then they changed the name to Premium, which honestly, YouTube Premium is way better because like YouTube Red, like you get the order like wrong. You just switch up 2 words there and you're on a porn site. Like, who's the idiot who suggested YouTube Red? But yeah, they used to have those exclusive series. Like Markiplier had one that was all like based on like horror games, I think, where they would put him through situations that happen in horror games and see if he like survives them, basically. Very similar name to a porn site. Yeah. No, it was wild. PewDiePie had a series on, or no, PewDiePie I think was the one that went through the whole, like, he had a horror game series where he was, pardon me, I got the setup for Markiplier series wrong. I'm pretty sure PewDiePie was the one that did that exact thing. Remember that for Game Grumps? I don't remember anything about Game Grumps. I was never like into Game Grumps, so like if they had a YouTube like Premium or Red series, I went over my head. Markiplier is so weird to me. Why is that? I was never really into Markiplier. Just out of his like comedy style was never, it never tickled my fancy, as the kids say. Kids don't say that. But like, he's been right on a bunch of stuff. Like the whole honey thing. I love seeing those videos of like people like that keep resurfacing of like Markiplier like years ago going like, honey, there's something weird about honey. Something's off here. Where's the money coming from? Like, I was never into the stuff, so I never really got it. Oh, like you just don't get why other people like it. Okay. I mean, I can't really be like, I don't get why people like this stuff, because, like, I feel like if you showed anyone Achievement Hunter or Rooster Teeth, they would be like, the fuck are you on, bro? Especially at the time that I was watching it. God. Weird shit. Recently got called out for promoting AI, and like he went on a whole thing of never being into it and being really extra. I think he's so intense it throws me off every time. Oh, that's right. He is very intense. Like whenever he has a stance, I feel like it's very a very strong one, which can be good or bad. To be fair, I don't see many of his takes just because I don't like follow his stuff. Although I do remember because he has this thing. He has like a merch company called Cloak. And I remember that there was like some AI scandal with that, but like it ended up being that wasn't supposedly that wasn't even supposed to be like that was like some mock-up that they had that they used like a Shutterstock image, and the Shutterstock image ended up being AI, but that was just like a placeholder. I think that's what happened somewhat recently with like an AI thing that happened with this company, but I don't know. Someone accused him of using AI in his thumbnail, and he pulled out all the receipts because he's not a fan of AI either. Hey, Adam. Welcome in. I mean, listen. I despise generative AI. I always want to specify generative AI. Generative AI is the worst. It's terrible. But like, so if you can be like, hey man, no, let me point to, here's the proof of me not promoting this bullshit. I don't beef with that really. Wish more people would do that. But yeah, Adam, we finished with the coastlines. I'm now doing the actual geographic features. Mountains and hills. Hills are going to start being put up here. Oh. Are any hills up here? No. Forested. It's these guys. Can't stay for long because EP. But yeah, he's a madman. Dude saves every single Photoshop file for each of his thumbnails. That's wild. Hell yeah. Yeah. Making progress. For however long you're able to stay, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. How was your day today? Hills. Hilly terrain. It's been alright. Nice. I'm gonna conk out tonight. Don't think I'm gonna get any reading done. Think I'm just gonna watch YouTube videos and fall asleep. Jarvis Johnson posted another YouTube video today, so I was very happy. I love having like a roster of YouTubers that whenever they drop stuff, I'm like, yay, I'm eating good tonight. Like Drew Gooden, Eddie Burback, which please, Eddie Burback, it's been like 4 months, something like that. Please drop something else. Ted Nivison, Jarvis Johnson, like Chad, Gabby Bell. Although Gabby Bell posted a picture, or not a picture, a video the other day, and I'm kind of not interested in that one because it's like comparing ice creams. Happy to have been able to see my grandma since whenever my parents go, I'm usually either working, out of the house, or sleeping. That's very fair. That's very fair. Yeah. Hope seeing her went well. Gotta be up for 6, holy shit. I do not. I'm waking up at like 8. You can get up at 8, write a bit, then go to the gym, come back, pick up jelly, and then yeah, my day begins. Or not begins, but like continues on from there. Gonna go do a little bit of shopping also. That's gonna be fun. There's the used book sale going on. I'm gonna check that out. Yeah, well, she's thankfully in a state at the moment that she's conversational and lucid. Okay, that's good. Hoping things just get better from there then. I was also able to see some family recently, so it's been nice. Hell yeah. Glad to hear it. I got one cousin living here, and then my other cousin and her family ended up moving to Hamilton recently. So it's just like, fuck. I already had a hard time seeing you guys when you lived in Toronto. Now you guys are even farther away. Fuck ton of hills. I had an idea kicking around for a more detailed map of this area, like the Badlands here. But I feel like that is so far away from relevancy that it wouldn't really be doing any good. I mean, it would be fun just to do, but I have so many other things to prioritize that making that map would not be helpful. Yeah, man. Sorry you and your family are going through that. You know, here's hoping for some better stuff, some better news. These are all smaller hills. Huh, I am using a different asset. Oh well, this one works. I just realized I was using a different asset than when I made the last map. Oh, whatever, this works. Spent 10 minutes doing that one pose meme from that one Tarantino movie because I couldn't find a white for my white marker. What pose from Tarantino meme? John Travolta confused look around meme. Oh. Didn't know if you meant like a Tarantino movie or like Tarantino himself. And I'm like, does he have any like visual gag memes or? Yes, it's that one. Okay. The John Travolta one. I like how you refer to it as I was doing the meme As if it's not just called looking around. A bit of him drinking wine off of a woman's foot. Oh, I'm not. Listen, I'm not on the part of the internet where that is widespread enough. I might have seen it once or twice, but that is not something that comes to mind very quickly when I think of Tarantino. Or, I mean, Tarantino memes, at least. When I think about Tarantino, I definitely think about his fucking foot fetish. Okay, I think that's good for the mountains and hills. Alright, alright, alright. I think I've seen that scene once. Oh! I know what it is. Was it Dusk Till Dawn with Salma Hayek? If I'm right, then I would have done the exact same thing. God, I hate that Tarantino makes us all know his foot fetish. Yeah, it's like, it's not even like thinly veiled. He just puts it out there. No, because when I can't find myself, I just look around, my arms up like, what happened? It's from that movie? Okay, yeah. It is Dustle. I haven't seen that movie. All I know about that movie is that Tarantino sucks Salma Hayek's toes in it at one point. Literally all I know. It's not even her? But, oh! She is in that movie, though. Oh, it's her stunt double. Oh, okay, okay. I'm like, I could have sworn it was her character. That, okay, that's... yeah, it's her stunt double. That's so fair. You know what? I don't want this dude to suck my toes. Someone else can do it for me. What? Alright. So now we have this beautiful thing. Oh, yes, you do see it. The meander distance. We have width, roughness, and meander distance. Phenomenal. Start. Alright, hold on. Gotta make it thicker. Not the right thickness. Alright, yeah. I think we're good on the roughness. And then we can deal with the color later. There you go, we got one. I mean, a stump double specifically for that scene is hilarious for me. I mean, I kind of get it. It is like an intimacy thing. Although at the time, I don't know how good the intimacy coordination was on set. I feel like at that time, it's just like, just fucking do it. Maybe a stunt double for that moment must have been wild. I feel like if you're a stunt double, you're kind of like used to doing like crazy shit. And I'm sure like the idea of having a stunt double to do like stuff like that wasn't like a wild idea at the time. Claims the scene added necessary character development and cinematic value. Cinema. That is verbatim a quote? Oh, that's crazy. I watched that movie. Didn't need that scene at all. No, Lex, but you're not seeing the vision. You're not getting it. Oh, wait, you know what? I just realized that I should do this. No. No. Where is the... Oh, I can't do it from here. Weird. I thought I could do it from the screen. Never mind. Trying to do something with Twitch. Tarantino's character in that movie was already shown to be a depraved freak. He didn't need the extra scene for that. It's crazy because I genuinely think he has some insanely well-written scenes that add so much depth to the movie, and then there's that kind of shit. I feel like that's most of Tarantino, where it's just like, wow, this was actually such a good display of writing talent. And like, there's so much depth to this. This is amazing, actual cinema. And then you get Tarantino being like, I need a foot in my mouth, dude. I will not continue this production unless someone sticks their toes in my mouth. The whole bar scene in Glorious Bastards is a masterpiece. Yeah. I mean, anything with John Travolta and Sam Jackson in Pulp Fiction, all of their shit was phenomenal. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You know what they call a quarter pounder with cheese? A quarter pounder in France? A Royale with cheese. What the fuck is happening with... Why is it so, like, weird? The roughness? No, roughness didn't change. It's meander distance to 0.5. I feel like it's kind of like going bonkers right now. Meander distance too heavy. Yeah, I don't know what was happening. It's getting really out of control, man. Oh my god. Block of text. For real, in that movie, he has such an interesting scene where he kills that housemaid, and him and his brother have this whole moment of like, dude, you can't keep killing people. And Tarantino is like, I'm sorry, and he keeps crying, and implies that not only that these two brothers have been on the run to protect the younger, but also that the older brother refuses to or turn in his brother. But then also, foot in the mouth. It's a heavy ass scene. You don't think the foot in the mouth is a heavy ass scene? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, man. Okay, and here, I'll turn this off. There we go. Big ass delta. That's not how that works, and it would piss me off if I kept it that way. Okay. Yeah, didn't need the foot, and then vampires. I explained to my dad, like, the whole deal with, like, sinners. And, like, when I described to him, it's like, yeah, the first half is, like, all about, like, setting up a, like, was it a juke joint? I think that's what it's called. And then the second half of the movie is all about vampires. He was just like, oh my god, didn't Tarantino make a movie like that? There we go. It's like I really gotta lock in when I make these. We meandering over here. It's fun because it goes from, man, I wonder how these brothers will escape their crimes, to, well, how are they going to escape these ancient vampires? Isn't George Clooney also in that movie? Played by brilliant Latino actors. George Clooney. Hell yeah. There's a river here that I have to say this. Oh! Just punch the mic. Let me map of the Republic of Portoaus. I guess this one. Oh, it has the map. Has the it has the river. Okay, so George Clooney's Tarantino's brother? That's so funny. Okay, so I have on the other screen the map of Portoaus, which has some maps, some rivers that I did not include in the old map. Oh my god! Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing, bro? Snow. Stop. Undo. Sir, please. Okay, there we go. Weird. Didn't undo. It did undo those ones. Okay. Redo, redo, redo. There we go. Glitch there for a moment. So then there's another river that meanders. We still meandering and shit over here. Here, there's gonna be a lake. I'm gonna turn in this way. And go like this, and then turn in, and then go like that. That's way too thick. Too thick, bro. Why is it so rough? Turn down the roughness. Why is it meander distance way too high? Oh god, it's like that old ass meme. It's way too thick. Bring down the thickness. But are you down with the thickness? Ooh, I'm like blocking half of chat with the reference picture I got up. Meander went up when you punched the mic. Oh, that makes sense. Another movie by the same director where it's the Wild West and a guy pulls a rifle out of a guitar case. In a different zombie movie with machete where a girl has a prosthetic AK-47. That's not a Tarantino movie, is it? Stop. Piece of shit. Redo. Oh my god, dude. This thing's pissing me off. 2. Okay, let's bring it up to 60. Okay. Again, it shouldn't be this hard. Why did it do that? Why? It just shortened itself out of nowhere. Right at the end. Yo. What is happening? Am I unpunked? Stop. I feel like I'm getting punked. You know what? That's fair. There we go. All my shit's glitching out. No, but Tarantino's friends with the director. That's how he got in Dusk Till Dawn. Oh, I see. No, I thought Dusk Till Dawn was a Tarantino movie. Like, he directed it. Pretty sure that was, like, one of his first movies. Dusk Till, please, Dawn. From Dusk Till Dawn. Oh, it was written by Tarantino. Robert Rodriguez directed it. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, I don't know what's happening with the river. Weird shit. Anyways, there's a river over here also. Need a reference. Okay, and then there's another one that comes out from here. Goes in and joins this one. Oh, let me turn this back on. Although it's coming from the mountain, so it doesn't really matter. And then there's another smaller one. Comes in through here. That joins in here. There we go. Save that. Yeah, those are all the rivers that are visible on that other map that I did previously. There we go. Cool. I'm gonna watch more Machete movies. Love that guy. I've never seen a single, like, with the, like, do you mean the actual franchise Machete, or do you mean, like, with the actor? Some music somewhere. Let's make it a bit more natural, a bit more random. No, I hate that actually. Loved him as a kid in Spy Kids, and I liked a few other movies he's been in. Eddie Burback and his brother have a video on the Spy Kids franchise. It's a pretty good video. Highly recommend it. And also, I think Eddie Burback should come out with another video because it's been too long. Where is my white boy with a mustache? My emotional support white boy with a mustache. He's going to every Hard Rock Cafe. Isn't there one in like Indonesia? That'd be like wild. Yes. This lake was very small in comparison, so let's do this. Spy Kids started my hear me out era as a person. The spider monkey was like the weirdest crush I ever had. Oh boy. And that's something you're admitting on the internet. This is going on YouTube afterwards. I hope you know that. The chat's on the screen. People can see you. Huh? I don't know what to tell you, man. Bro, it's literally a monkey on a tarantula. Listen, we know Lex. He was cool. He was wise. I don't know. I don't want to know the rest. I'm going to be so for real. I don't want to hear any justification of that in my chat. Put some rivers and lakes here. Parthenax is cool and wise in Skyrim. That doesn't mean people want to bang dragon. Oh. Wait. I mean, Melissa's still streaming. She's like at 380 days or something now. She's like the highest, longest going stream, like, ever. Or not ever, but like subathon. Like, she's still going. September 2, yep. A crazy dream about a gold dragon this year that I might make art about. How crazy? How crazy are we talking here? What are we talking about, bro? I get scared sometimes from you, Lex. You go like, I have an idea, and then I go, hold up. Let's make some rivers. Okay, so I told Sylvia about it. That's not a great start. It's like this beautiful golden dragon that has flames licking up the sides of its maw, and for some reason it wants to eat me. I'm covered in jewelry, so I guess this makes sense. Hello? Hello? Why is this happening? Oh, okay. That was weird. But then it's about to get erotic, and I wake up like, what the fuck? Could go hard as art, though. Pretty sure this falls under a certain fetish. 100% it does. Look like the dragon is made of gold. A furry. And into vor. Crazy things that we're learning here. We all learn so much of each other. Oh no, it's vor. Listen, Lex, I'm just saying you can make a lot of money on your Patreon. That's all I'm saying, bro. Oh. Damn. Which is like the picture of Kendrick Lamar's album. Oh, Jelly's going to sleep. Oh my god, it's Thursday today. Tomorrow's Friday. I'm so excited. Oh, hold up. Just gotta send a goodnight message to Jelly. Oh, I can't type. Oh yeah. That's that. That's that. Do I say goodnight to you? Send her a message, bro. I'm sure she when she sends me a goodnight message, she will like hit send and then throw the phone away. I doubt she even saw mine. Not like other girls, girl, for D&D. Do you think you could play... What? I made a not like other girls girl for D&D. Do you think you could play that? She's one of the NPCs from Crow's backstory, background. Okay. I mean, yeah, sure. Why not? So long as she doesn't have a Jamaican accent. I don't know why that's so funny to me. Gotta brush up on my German. Yay, she's the worst. You do, it's almost time. Yeah. Couple weeks. What does this look like without the overlay? Wow, look at that. A lot of progress here today. I've actually been saving my voice for session 1. I haven't actually done it in front of y'all, if I recall correctly. I mean, oh, interesting. I mean, you've done like joke voices for air, like for bits. I just assumed that that's what the voice was going to be, with just a different manner, because you're always, whenever you do the voice, it's always like you're freaking the fuck out or something like that. Or like you're in distress in some way. So I always thought that it's just like, the actual mannerisms are going to be different. But I always thought that that was like the voice that you were doing. Just been doing stand-in German accents. Oh, I see. See, I'm not sure what to do for Crow voice-wise. And there's a bunch of stuff you could do. Alright, so now that we've done that, we can start with the actual trees. These trees that I use. Make them teeny tiny. Okay, not that teeny tiny. Crow's a southern voice kind of guy. He isn't British. The British do not exist in this world. Neither do the French. I've cured the world's diseases. Utopia setting. Originally he was going to have a Scouser accent, but I can't pull that off, so yeah, if you're going to do an accent, you got to figure one that works. That like you can actually do. I feel like I usually just tend to just change either my pitch or my mannerisms, and that's it, rather than like actually do an accent. I mean, I did GIF, but that was like a joke one. I think I'm just gonna focus on mannerisms and try to make my voice deeper. Yeah. So you took a full year of German in preparation for this role. That was how many years ago now? 5. Yeah, you really need to brush up now. See, with my Italian, the accent that I have when I speak Italian is very similar to just the accent that I have when I speak Spanish. So, like, nothing really would change. The only thing is that now I would put the stress of a sentence at the end, like near the end. Oh, there's some hills that are supposed to be here, and I missed them. How can I miss all these hills, bro? 19 to 20 semesters? I think that's more than a year. I know you mean 2019 to 2020. Also, wait, that doesn't make sense. Oh, wait, no, it does. I thought you took German in first year. Ah. First year is depressed and confused. I mean, if it makes you feel any better, I'm still there. Okay, I'm not depressed. I do get sad at times, but I'm mostly just confused. To quote Alana Pierce in one video, confused mostly. I think it's like an old Funhouse poll. R.I.P. Second year was slightly less depressed and not as confused. Then COVID came and shit took a nosedive, yeah. Yeah. What do you mean? It was so peaceful. Nothing bad ever happened. I went to a meet and greet and every other year or was telling me that second year is the worst year. I can't tell if they're fucking with me or warning me. I mean, they could be doing both. Something bad happened, and the universities totally understood that their students may be working essential jobs and are overloaded with the panic-oriented consumerism. Yeah, no. See, the universities were so, like, understanding. Like, they were so kind, and they're like, oh, because nothing bad is happening. You know what? Here's some resources. No extra charge. To make sure that you stay doing well. Unless they gave us totally normal workloads. I had a decent amount of profs who were very understanding. My Animal Crossing village was vibing in the pandemic. Yep. I put a bunch of hours into there. Jelly put a bunch of hours into Animal Crossing. I think she put like 500 hours into it. I put like 70. Or it might have been 50. I can't remember if I put 70 into Animal Crossing or if I put 70 into Breath of the Wild. Can't relate. My profs wanted me to suffer. That's fair. I mean, I had some profs that were just kind of like, we're gonna keep going. But I had some other ones, like, my favorite prof, in terms of, like, her teaching style, had to be my prof for my British history class. And she was like, oh yeah, day one, all of the materials available, like, it's all just asynchronous, like, recordings, so you could just do them whenever, and the only thing you needed to do is like by 6 p.m. every Friday you needed to submit a quiz about that week's lecture. The only things that the quizzes were open, like, straight from the beginning. And then obviously there were some, like, essay assignments and such. But it ended up being that, like, the semester started and I blitzed through, like, half of the course, did all the quizzes and stuff like that. And then just kind of worried about all my other classes. And then, like, every now and then I would just go back, do stuff for that class, go back to focus on my other classes, and then go back to that class. It was great. Genuinely the greatest teaching style considering the circumstances. Man, I wish. That's what I did with my history elective at Sheridan. Yeah. No, it's great. Oh man, there's a lot. Let's do this one. This one's far smaller. By reading week, I completed all the assignments. See, I hadn't finished all the assignments, but, like, definitely, like, all the quizzes and such. just sent notifications for when the test went live. Basically just became a 5-course workload. That shit was heaven. See, I mean, it's crazy to me that you were taking 6 classes. Like in university, I was taking 5 at a time. And that was a full course load. Unless you were in engineering. The program honestly had a pretty light workload. There were certainly projects that were pretty dense and needed a lot of collaboration. Since less than 5 people, it would be a lot. But those were like end of year projects. Oh, that makes sense. I think, because I'm getting pretty tired, I think I'm gonna finish outlining all the forests on this map, and then next stream we can actually fill them in, finish with whatever geographic features we have, and hopefully move on to coloring. Was not the best student during COVID. My brain isn't made for online learning. Plus, COVID took me away from studying a cadaver I really wanted to. Yeah, my marks took like a nosedive during COVID. I also suffered miserably during the online stuff. The only thing that the only class that I was like, yeah, this is awesome, was that British history class. And that was fully because she was like, you can do everything on your own. Like, on your own time. And I'm like, oh, that's awesome. Instead of having to sit here for like 2 hours and make sure like my camera's on and whatever the fuck. You're gonna hop off as well? Alright. Have a good night. Hope you get some rest. Thanks for stopping by. It was a nice chit-chatting. Gotta finish up with these forests, and then I'll call it a stream. So I know I got this big one here. There's another one over here. And then this one's a pine forest. Oh, there's a pine forest there also. But yeah. It's a big fucking forest. Think I know what I'm gonna name it. Something like the Green Sea or some shit like that. Forest time. Somebody call Tom Hanks. Shelly sent me a video of like a link to a new Smosh video. I think it's like what couple knows each other best, and it's Shane and Courtney versus Elise and James Willems. I'm so excited. I love Elise and James. I'm so glad they're doing well. They have a joint podcast that's like a trivia podcast that has Zach Anner, who's a very good actor and writer and comedian, and also I forget his name, but another person that's part of the group is the voice actor for Lotor in Voltron. Sorry to say the curse word here, but he's also in it. Oh wait, no, there's forests over here also. Is Lotor his name? I think that was his name. The Galrin Prince. Oh damn, yeah. He's pretty funny. James also has like an improv comedy show that he runs. The only thing is that because he lives in LA, the show only ever happens in LA. And at one point they're like, we're taking it on the road, and they went to like New York, and I'm like, fuck, come here, please. Justice for Lotor. I don't believe he would have killed his girl gang. I don't think that's the badly written part of that show. I thought that the Lotor stuff was actually done pretty well. I thought so much else was done terribly. But you know what we're not going to do? Talk about that right now. Which one's better? Is it this one or... I like this one. Did a lot of stuff bad, yeah. It was a train wreck of a show. But yeah, anyways. Bro, I'm so glad that, like, the show Dexter, specifically Dokes, is getting his flowers. What a good show. Can't wait to continue it. Once I get back into my consumption mood, I'll finish the season I'm on. I'm only on season 2, so still pretty early on. Making promotional art for one of my classes and decided I'm doing a shadow box. Ooh. Like shadow boxing, like with like no one in front of you. Kind of big swing because I've never done that before. I mean, the language isn't helping my confusion. Are you like just like fighting yourself, or like just the air, or? I'm assuming you're not. I'm just doing a bad bit. Thank God for the spray function. There's a spray brush option for this stuff, which is great because there's so many things I need to get placed. Like, let me show you. Spray brush. Look at that. That's beautiful. Amazing. That's so much of the work for me. But I don't want to do all of that today, so... I think that's pretty good. Let's, we did so much. No, I like your bits. You're very funny. Thank you. It's like a layered piece of art. Ooh, that's cool. We did a lot today. Look at that. That looks great. Yeah, it's layered, kind of like how people will customize Pokemon cards by cutting to layers for depth. Ooh, I love that shit. I love when people do that. Me with a paint bucket. Yeah. God, I wish I wish there was like a paint bucket option. I would just be like, see the circle I made with these icons? Cool. Fill. That's a lot of progress we did. I'm very happy with this. Very good progress. I think the next stream I'll do will be on Tuesday. Looks great, thank you. I'm thinking of switching up my schedule a bit. Having a good schedule and routine makes my brain not feel foggy. And so now what I'm thinking of doing is streaming in the afternoon. So Wednesdays I would already stream at night. But I realized something today. I wanted originally to have my schedule be I stream Tuesday and Thursday mornings and then Wednesday at night. But then what that means is I stream Wednesday night, go to bed, and then I get up, do my morning routine, and then when I will stream. So meaning like I go stream, sleep, stream, basically. And I'm like, I hate that actually. So what I'm thinking now is having it be that I will stream. I'm hoping to do this Tuesday afternoon, like late afternoon, early evening. Same thing on Wednesday and same thing on Thursday. So that I can actually, so in the morning I get out of the house and actually do my stuff. And then I come back home. And my idea would be like, I don't know, 6:30 to 10:30, something like that, if it goes long. I mean, today we streamed today, didn't even hit, it's almost at 3 hours. So if the streams continue to be 3 hours, if I start at 6:30, it'll probably end at 9:30-ish, something like that. So right now it's 11, so I do have to be somewhat quiet because people are asleep. Whereas if I end at 9:30, then I can still be kind of loud because everyone's asleep, everyone's awake. But yeah, that's what I'm hoping to have my schedule. Unless if I'm streaming games for other people and that doesn't work for them, then I can move stuff around. But I'm hoping to keep that sort of as my schedule. Sounds good? Hell yeah. Alright, I'm gonna do an outro for YouTube. Thank you for joining YouTube. If you want to join us here sometimes, I just gave a schedule loosely. You can check me out on twitch.tv/FredoMakes. And we'll see you next time. Bye bye, YouTube.